You know that feeling when you're just so sure you're right? So completely convinced by your own logic that you couldn't possibly be missing anything? Well, today we're going to dive into that. We're exploring how our greatest strength, our own intelligence, can sometimes become a really clever trap, leading us down a path that seems absolutely perfect, right up until the moment it all falls apart.
So, to really get into this, let me tell you a story. It's about a guy who was, always the smartest person in the room. He was the go-to person, the one everyone turned to because, well, he always had a rock-solid, logical reason for everything.
So when this huge new opportunity came along, he did exactly what you'd think he'd do. He just dove headfirst into all the data, slicing and dicing it from every possible angle.
He was running all the numbers, building these intricate models, making sure every single variable was accounted for. Nothing was left to chance.
He thought of everything. He had a plan for every single possibility, from the absolute best-case scenario all the way down to the worst. And on paper, it was flawless. The logic was so clean, so airtight, you literally couldn't poke a single hole in it. But it was more than just logic, There was this deep gut feeling that this was the right move. So, with total and complete confidence, he pushed forward.
And at first, man, it worked like a charm. Progress was happening fast, they were hitting all their targets, and people were really getting behind his clear, confident vision. The momentum was just undeniable.
But then, these little cracks started to show, just small things, some unexpected friction with the team, a little bit of quiet pushback from stakeholders, things his spreadsheets just couldn't account for. Nothing huge, but there was this nagging feeling that something was off.
So what does he do? He doubles down on his biggest strength. He just leans in harder. He was convinced that the answer was just one more data point, one more logical argument away. He became even more certain that his original plan was the right one. And it didn't end with a big bang. It was more like a quiet fizzle. The whole thing just stalled out. Relationships got strained, and all that amazing momentum, gone. And it left him with this one single, impossible question just hanging in the air.
So, where's the answer to that question? Well, funny enough, it's hiding in this piece of ancient wisdom that speaks directly to this exact kind of problem.
Now, here's the thing that's so fascinating about this. This verse isn't about being foolish or reckless, not at all. It's a warning shot for the confident, intelligent people. It's about the incredible danger of a path that feels perfectly logical and totally justified, every single step of the way.
And that brings us right to the heart of the issue, a dynamic we can call the intelligence trap. And it's a really subtle but powerful pitfall for smart people.
So the trap isn't that you don't know enough. The trap is that you're so sure about what you do know. It's when your own powerful brain convinces you so completely that you start to mistake your neat and tidy internal story for the messy, complicated truth of the real world. So let's be clear here. The point isn't that smart people just throw logic out the window. It's the opposite. They can become so dependent on it, they trust their own ability to explain things so much that they mistake their explanation of reality for reality itself. Okay, so this really gets at a huge difference between two things we mix up all the time: intelligence and wisdom. They actually ask very, very different questions. And this just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? Intelligence is all about the right now. It asks, does this logic hold up? Can I defend this? It's a snapshot. But wisdom plays the long game. It asks a much tougher question. Okay, this feels smart, but where does this road actually end? All right, so the big question is, how do we get out of this trap without, giving up on thinking? The answer is to pair our intelligence with something else. See, wisdom doesn't get rid of intelligence, it makes it better. Think of it as the partner to your intelligence. It's the part of you that says, hey, let's just slow down for a second. It's the humility to wonder if maybe, just maybe, your perfect logic is missing something. It's what hits the brakes on that dangerous momentum before you go off a cliff.
And this, right here, is the most important thing to remember. The goal is not to be less smart. It's to stop letting our own smartness be the one and only judge. It's about recognizing that a brilliant plan doesn't automatically lead to a good outcome.
So in the end, your intelligence is this fantastic tool. It's like an amazing engine that can build a superhighway, fast and smooth. But wisdom, that's your compass. That's the thing that makes sure the superhighway you're building is actually pointed toward a place you want to be. So I'll just leave you with this. A question I'm asking myself too. Take a good, hard look at the path you're on right now, the one that makes perfect, logical sense. Is its destination truly where you want to go?